Alright, I'm going to show you guys how to do a rapid fire mod using a push button switch. It's one of these. You can buy them at Radio Shack for like $3. But what you do first is you get a controller, and on the back you'll have these screws, and there's a little safety feature inside. You got to break that little metal piece off, and you can get an Allen wrench and it'll unscrew these. You don't have to buy any special tools or anything. Next thing you do is you take the controller apart, take the back off, you take the front off, and then you have the circuit board. And what you want to do with the back part of the controller, you see right here, since I'm right-handed, and my pinky is what's going to be touching this mod, I drilled a hole that this will fit in, about ½ an inch. And you unscrew this, and you press the mod through like this, and it fits. Then you just tighten this in. It's got grips on here, so it'll stay. And you just tighten it up if you want. Having a little problem here. Alright, a little too loosey, righty tighty. Once you get it tight in there, you'll see it's real easy on your hands. All you gotta do is push that button. Next thing you want to do is take the front of your controller. You'll see right here. I took my vibrations out. They're attached right here. You take them out, and it'll be your controller will be a little less heavier. Doesn't make a difference, but I like my vibrations out. And if you mod a controller, you'll see that when this fits on, it touches the mod. So what I did was I drilled it all out, since I don't have the vibration. Just took a little palm sander and sanded it all out. And so when I encase it, the mod won't touch anything. Once you got the switch put in, you want to have it even with each other, so they line up like that. You want a solder iron, and you'll need solder. Doesn't matter what size or what shape or anything, just get solder. And loosen this out. Next thing you want to do is put the circuit board back in. Make sure the mod is alright. Feels good. And then you're going to take, what are these wires called? These wires right here, I don't know what they are or anything, we just have them in this class. But they're like metal, it's hard to bend. First thing I want to do is I'm going to wrap it around one of these coils. Get the solder off. I'm going to stick it in here. Have a needle nose pliers with you. I'm going to twist it together. I'm not going to solder it yet, it's because I won't be able to move it. Next step you're going to do is you're going to wrap it around the controller. I have a little hole right here, that's where a screw goes in, so you want to bend it up here and then bend it along these little rivets. And then you're going to touch the top left LED. What you're going to do is you're going to touch the cord right on it. Make sure everything else is settled down here. And I'm going to use this screwdriver to hold it just because the wire gets hot. I already got solder on there a little bit, but what you would do is you have someone help you, and you heat this wire up, and you would have someone hold the solder, and you would solder it together. And sometimes it falls off like that, so you gotta make sure the wire is touching the LED at the top. Mine wasn't. Like I said, this gets really hot, so you gotta be careful. I'm not an expert solder, but I'll get it. make sure you have someone to help you, because it's a lot easier. And get some more solder. This is really difficult. This is probably the hardest part, I think. Actually getting a good connection. And it's good enough. And this is a Type 94 VO circuit board. You can tell by right here. This is one of the newer versions. The older versions don't have the name on it. This is a 9.4 VO2, but this is a newer version. You can see the color of the circuit boards. I haven't modded an old one just because a lot of new ones allow for mods, like the circuit boards and the wiring, the way it is set up. What I'm going to do next is, you'll see these little 3 rivets right here, little solders. You'll see a C72. What you're going to do is you're going to solder another connection to the center one. That's what the mod is. You get power running from the power source from the LED, which you get from the battery. And the power runs to this red cord, and it runs through here, converts, and it runs out this black cord and touches this. This is what controls the speed of the shooting. So you're going to get another piece of wire. You can about cut it, measure it. You're going to stick it in there and get your needle nose out. And make sure this is touching the center one, and only the center one. And get some more solder. And that's that. And then what you would do is, again, it's really important that you clean this out right here. Make sure it's all flat. That's on the right side of the controller. And I take the vibrations out because it's a lot lighter. And then you would put the controller back together. I'm doing right now. It's going to feel kind of weird, like it's not going to want to go together, but it will. I mean, once you put the screws in, it'll stay. And then if you ever take it apart, one thing you have to remember is that the bottom part of the controller is soldered to the circuit board. So when you pull it apart, what you want to do is you want to push the 2 buttons in like this and pop it off. Because this is stuck to this button. If you pop the circuit board out, you're going to break your button. You have to pay a couple bucks to get a new one. And that's pretty much how I did it all. It works on Black Ops, not Black Ops, I meant Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 4, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, all the Call of Duties besides Black Ops. It works on Halo 3 with the BMR. A Magnum, it works sometimes with a Magnum, and I haven't used it for any other games. I mean, I know Red Dead Redemption, it works on it, but it shoots about as, I say, a 6-speed, and loads a clip in probably 3 seconds. You don't need to pay $600 for a rapid fire mod or a hot box. And put the battery in, turn it on, and you'll see it's black. Sometimes the LED, the solder will touch the LED and it'll cover it up. And then sometimes when you press the button, it'll light up by itself. Either way, just go home and try it out, and if it works, good job. If not, go back and mess with the solder and make sure the connections are fine. Thanks for watching.